give my yes to you today. I choose.
Good morning. It's Thursday, the 5th of February. I trust you've got a coffee as we do coffee with God together. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 1, Prediker 5 vers 1 says, Guard your steps as you go to the house of God, and draw near to listen, rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools, for they do not know they are doing evil. Foolish people in Proverbs are the people who need to learn by their consequences. They're the ones who try to bend the truth and the reality of life to fit their story, as opposed to adapting their lives to the truth and the reality of it. And here it kind of builds on that and says, guard your steps, prepare yourself, be sober as you approach God, and go to listen, to hear His plan. And this year has started for some people close to me with incredible challenges and very difficult circumstances, and they've had to kind of slow down and instead of just rushing in and asking God just to change this to put the spare wheel on their car so that they can just continue, they've kind of had to pause and stop. And I haven't had answers for their situations, and I'm also sitting, watching, listening, waiting for God to give an answer, because sometimes we're so quick to want to help the other person feel better that we give them our thoughts and our ideas and our advice. Ons gee ons advies en ons sê goed wat ons hoop hulle sal laat goed voel, maar dis nie die waarheid nie. En baie keer tree ons soos dwaase op, en baie keer is ons besig om die ander persoon meer seer te maak as eintlik om te help. And so it's very important that when you don't understand what God is doing in your life or in someone else's life, that you don't grab the first thought or answer or idea that comes into your head, but that you guard your steps, and that you go to the house of God and you draw near, even though what's happening hurts, even though what's happening you don't understand and it doesn't fit with what you believe the situation should be. You draw near to listen, rather than to make empty promises and you kind of begin to arm wrestle with God and say, if you do this, I'll do this. God knows your situation, and wait on His miracle, wait on His presence, draw near to listen, rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools. And that's very, very challenging. A glib, nice soundbite or statement is to say, when you don't trust God's actions, remember and trust His character. God is love. God is fair. God is just. And it's not just a nice soundbite. It's truth. It's the deep truth of holding on in spite of, and fighting fear, fighting the temptation to be caught up in fear of but now what's going to happen next. And so guard your steps as you go to the house of God. Draw near to listen, rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools. I've got lots of coffee. and I'll make time available. Let's chat about this if you're also in that kind of situation where you have questions to which you need to wait and listen to hear God's answers. Not man's, but God's answers. Come on, let's have a cup of coffee. I may not give you the answer, but I can be with you in the waiting. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday.
Lord of hosts, will